this regiment was known through the war as the Macoupin regiment. I would guesstimate that probably 75 to 80% of the men in this regiment, there were 803 of them originally, were residents of Macoupin County. So it wasn't a purely Macoupin County regiment, but it was a dominantly Macoupin County regiment. The other men came from Greene, Jersey, Montgomery, Sangamon, and a few from Madison. In other words, the adjoining counties contributed to this regiment as well. In 1862, Macoupin County was same dimension, 24 miles by 36 miles, making it a pretty good-sized county, but it had about half as many people. About 24,000 people lived here. And if you stop and figure, you take 600 or 800 out of them in one whack, like we did in the summer of '62, that's a fairly good percentage of the population. Maybe 3% of the population volunteered for the Army in a matter of just a few weeks and left the county for 3.5 years. I think the most interesting thing here today I want to tell you is this. After they left Carlinville in October of 1862, they had only been in the South, in Tennessee, for about 2 months when they learned the name General Nathan Bedford Forrest. If you know any Civil War history, this regiment of nearly raw recruits from Illinois ran into a real buzzsaw in their first battle of the war. At a little town in Tennessee called Parker's Crossroads, Tennessee. The major interstate between Memphis and Nashville runs right through the battlefield now at Parker's Crossroads. But at Parker's Crossroads, Tennessee, get this date now, December 31st, 1862. Are you thinking? That was 150 years ago to this very day. Even at this minute as we talk, these men were engaged in their first battle of the Civil War. At about 11 o'clock, they had blocked the major escape route of General Forrest, who was conducting one of his many raids. They blocked the escape route at Parker's Crossroads. Forrest was trying to bust through a regiment, or excuse me, a brigade, which included the troops from this regiment, an Iowa regiment, which was even greener than this one, and fortunately a veteran regiment from Indiana was on hand. They battled Forrest for about 2 hours. Forrest had nearly twice as many men and many more cannon, so our guys were taking a little bit of a beating, but holding on, knowing that there was another Union brigade in Forrest's rear. At Parker's for a couple hours in battle, the other Union regiment would appear in the rear and kind of win the day over. Well, that's eventually what happened. But I can tell you this, they were under heavy cannon fire, and in about 2 hours' time, this regiment in its first battle lost 23 men, this regiment lost 23 men killed, all from Macoupin County. Imagine today if we found out that 23 men from Macoupin County were killed in one battle. That would be, the same kind of story back then. People were prepared somewhat because of what happened at Shiloh, but this was the meanest day of the war for the 122nd was this day 150 years ago.
Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.